Hello and welcome to another episode. And we are still looking at the UK driving license stats. And today we will be looking at the provisional and full driving licenses held by postcode districts. And it's also going to show the gender breakdown as well. So let's go to our dashboard and you had the one where we actually viewed it by age. This time we are viewing it by postcode district. Now, one of the things that we really want to address is, do you know what your data is saying? Just like you can see there, what does your data say? Don't assume. No, no. So we're going to question some of your assumptions today. Obviously, you can see we've got the different postcodes from A. We've got a postcode that's A12, AA78. We've got AB there, and this postcode goes all the way. Um, you can see at the top here. Now, ignore the way this is being arranged. At some point later we would look at the best way of making our chart look should I say more visually appealing, but right now we're just focused on the data, and because the data is clean enough, you sort of know what each one is doing, or you can figure out what each one is doing here. This is the only one that seemed out of place, and that is just giving us the total number of districts that we have I would say in the United Kingdom, but more specifically, I would say in the United Kingdom as far as the UK driving license is concerned. So a lot, 3,120. If I scroll, you can see this is a lot of this is this is a lot here, definitely a lot. So we can obviously start checking the data for different regions. Firstly, it's saying something here which I find quite um, I find it quite interesting. Interesting in the sense that when we looked at the age, the total number of licenses were 53, I think about 53.4 million. And looking at this, we've got 107 million that's showing up here. So um, already my first thought um, would be this 107 that you're actually looking at here has to do with probably every license that has been gotten in that particular in that particular district. Um, so mm, let's see how many people have full. Of course, it showed us how many people have full licenses, but if we filter just for full, we can see the breakdown of the males and the females. Previously, in the previous chart, I had this axis here fixed because there's a particular reason I did that. We might talk about that some point in the future, not in this episode. But the reason why I allow this to be automatic is so that as the data changes, it can adjust the axis depending on who's giving us information. So you can see when it comes to full licenses, those that live in CRO. Which postcode is CRO? Let me quickly check. Postcode district CRO. Obviously, there's a better way to Croydon. Croydon. That's interesting. There's a better way to view this if I were to sort this by the quantity, and I want the sort to be descending. Right. Already you can see here I've got Croydon. So we've got Croydon. Um, let's let's put the provisional license back. So if we've got both the full license and the provisional license, we've got Croydon, those that live in E17. E17 sounds like London. It's yeah, some part in London. It's Walthamstow. So we've got that's in the London borough of Waltham Forest. Yeah. So we've got Walthamstow there, and then we've got NW10. NW, that should be Northwest London again. NW10. We've got Northwest encompasses, yes, Northwest London encompasses areas like Willesden, Housden. So some of these words, sometimes it might be called Willesden, it might be called Willesden, something like that. But I would just say Willesden, Housden, Kensal Green, Neasden, Park Royal, Stonebridge, Old Oak Common. So you can see we've got these top three here. Now, let's look at how many, the highest number of licenses held by postcode. Again, it's still Croydon. We've got Northwest London. They still hold those records, but in terms of the other one, it changed. We have E6 that's showing in there. That's Eastham, Beckton, Upton Park, Barking. All right. Now, if we look at just if you look at those that have full driving license, you've got Croydon, LE should be Leeds. Could be Leicester as well. Let's see. LE2. What's LE2? Leicester. Yep, LE2 is Leicester. And then the third one, we've got SL. SL6. I'm curious as to who SL is. SL is Berkshire. Ah, that's in Maidenhead. Okay. Slough. That's where the SL came from, Slough. Okay, so you can obviously see the total number of licenses we have. You can see the highest number of licenses. You can see the lowest number of licenses. If I take this on top, you can see the lowest number of licenses that we have in a particular region is 18,000. 706, and that's in BD13. Let's see, BD13. Who is that? That's in Bradford. That's in Bradford. Now I'm curious. Let's see. Where do we have the total number of males or females rather with licenses? Highest number of females with full driving licenses are in Croydon. We've got lowest um the lowest. Oh, I hope oh, no. I think my previous information wasn't right. Let me take that back. I didn't scroll to the very, very end. Um, if I'm gonna take this all, oh, okay. You know what? No. That's gonna take a long time if I'm gonna keep scrolling there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this and I'm going to say sort ascending. That way I don't have to scroll there. So ignore what I said before about the lowest area. The lowest area is are these regions here, and doesn't even look like they have anything. Just looks like 0, 0. That's AB29. Let me go there. AB29. And if I click AB29, they have 0, absolutely nothing. Um, they've got no one with a license. If I scroll to try and see where people start having license, we'll just have the slight purple there. We've got A2. We've got someone that lives in A12, postcode district A12. So if you leave it there, currently the data says you are the only person that has a license, and that's in East London. East London. Okay. That's interesting. So again, you can see we have this. I wanted to see where we have the um, lowest number of females and males. My data just moved. Ignore that. Let this go back in. My chart moved rather. So if we look at females, females is AA76. And if we switch that to males, only male, no, show me only the males. We have A12. Now, these are those that have full driving licenses. So, anyway, you can see this is the data that we have. Let me change that back from highest to lowest. So, I'm curious, what would you like to see? Would you like to know how many people have full driving licenses within your postcode area? Would you like to know how many people have provisional driving licenses within your postcode, not area, postcode district? And I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments, and I might just, give you that data. By the way, we do have some sections that the postcode is unknown, and that reflects here. It shows as unknown. Let me see if I can filter for unknown. Unknown. And how many unknowns do we have? That's not going the way it's supposed to go. Okay. Um, hmm, that's only supposed to give me unknown. Why isn't it giving me only unknown? I need to find out why it's doing that. I need to find out why it's doing that. It's only meant to filter for the unknown. Yeah, I will try and find out why it is doing that. So, but you can see if we move to other postcodes, strangely enough, like if I go to CV, we did this. Oh, I know why. 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 Come on. Oh, now that I know why, it's hanging on me. Uh, uh, come on. You see, sometimes tech makes you, just, well, when you're with tech, you just have to be very, very patient. Anyway, basically, if you look at the total number here, you can see basically it's telling us that we still have 3,120 postcodes selected. You can see if I tick that now, we have 3,109. I'm trying my best to click in here. So that's where I've got my search. That's the search is gone now. Deselect everybody. Good. And then let's go back into our search and then let me search for unknown. And then once I click unknown now, I should have, yes, just unknown. The data keeps, the chart keeps moving. That's because I'm not showing the whole screen. So that's why this keeps moving in and out. Uh, so we have unknown 65,000. Out of that, 42 have licenses, 42,000 have licenses, 23 have full drive, well, 42 have full driver's license, 23 have provisional driver's licenses. You can see the breakdown of male and females. That's for our unknown area. So there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. The data. Let me know which area, what stats you would like to see. And remember, you want to know what your data is saying or what the data is saying. Don't assume. See you in the next episode. Bye.